Welcome back to The Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a really close look at a specific piece of hardware.
That's right. It's the HP Series 5 Pro 34-inch conferencing monitor, the 534 PEM model.
Yeah, and our mission here isn't just, a spec rundown. We want to figure out if this thing can really be the single hub for modern professionals, especially in this hybrid world, switching between solo work and endless video calls. Does this monitor truly integrate everything you need?
Well, my first impression is that it's definitely trying to.
Yeah.
HP is clearly aiming this at folks who need productivity and communication tools merged together.
It's not just a big screen, then.
No, not at all. It's positioned as an integrated solution, trying to cut down on the clutter, the extra peripherals.
Okay, let's start with the obvious then, the size. It's 34 inches, ultra-wide.
Yep. And it's WQHD resolution, so it's 3,440 pixels across by 1440 down.
That is a lot of screen space.
It really is. And that extra width, the 21.9 aspect ratio, that's where the multitasking benefit really kicks in, I think.
How so, specifically?
Well, think about it. Instead of needing two monitors side by side or constantly alt-tabbing, you can comfortably fit, say, 3 full-sized application windows next to each other.
Like your email, a browser, and maybe a document you're working on.
Exactly. Or a huge spreadsheet without scrolling sideways constantly. For professionals juggling lots of information, it can be a game changer. Less context switching.
Keeps everything in view, which is good for focus. But what about just, looking at it all day? Is the quality there?
Yeah, the sources say it's an IPS panel, which is good news. Means you get decent viewing angles, consistent colors across that big curved screen.
And brightness? Sometimes home offices have tricky lighting.
It's rated around 350 nits. So pretty solid.
Yeah.
It should be bright enough for most indoor environments without feeling like it's burning your retinas.
Okay.
The idea is clarity and comfort for long work sessions. Text looks sharp. Colors are good without being, overly flashy like some consumer displays.
Right. Designed for work, primarily. Okay, so the display itself is solid. But the real hook here is the conferencing aspect, isn't it?
That's where it really tries to differentiate itself, yeah. This isn't just a monitor with a webcam tacked on as an afterthought.
So what are we looking at for the camera?
It's got an integrated 5-megapixel camera, which is, frankly, a step up from the usual 2MP or 720p cameras you find built into laptops or cheaper monitors.
5 megapixels. Is that, you can get external 4K webcams now. Is 5MP really enough for that professional polish?
That's a totally fair point on pure resolution. But I think the value here is the whole package. It's integrated seamlessly.
Right.
And it's not just the sensor, it's the software smarts they've added. You lose maybe the absolute peak resolution, but you gain reliability in these AI features.
Ah, okay. Tell me about the AI stuff.
2 main things stand out. Auto-framing, for one.
So it follows you if you move around a bit.
Exactly. Keeps you centered in the shot without you having to constantly adjust your chair or fiddle with settings. It just tracks you subtly.
That's pretty useful. And the other feature?
Background light adjustment. This one's huge, I think. If you've got a bright window behind you, normally you turn into a silhouette, right?
Yeah, the classic remote meeting problem.
This system tries to compensate for that, adjusting the exposure so you remain visible. It's about ensuring you look professional regardless of difficult lighting.
Okay, that does sound genuinely useful. And privacy. People worry about built-in cameras.
They've addressed that directly. The camera is on a pop-up mechanism.
So you push it down when you're not using it.
Yep.
But
Push it down, it retracts into the monitor bezel, physically disconnected. Gives you that crucial peace of mind. No accidental activation, no spyware fears. It's a physical shutter.
good. Okay, so that's video covered. What about audio? That's the other half of the meeting equation.
Right. And again, it's integrated. You get built-in dual microphones and speakers.
Trying to eliminate more desk clutter then? No need for a separate mic or speaker puck.
That's the goal. The mics are designed to pick up your voice clearly from, normal sitting distance. And they have noise reduction tech built in.
To filter out keyboard clicks and things.
Yeah, things like typing, maybe a fan in the room, background chatter. It tries to isolate your voice.
So potentially you could ditch quite a few accessories.
You could. It really pushes that all-in-one idea.
Yeah.
Though it's important to set expectations for the speakers.
Ah, okay. What's the catch?
Well, they're tuned for voice clarity in meetings. They do that well. But if you want to, blast music or watch a movie with booming sound...
They're probably not going to cut it.
Exactly. They're functional for calls, but you'll likely still want headphones or external speakers for rich media sound. It's a common trade-off.
Makes sense. Okay, let's talk connections. This is key for hybrid workers constantly plugging and unplugging laptops.
Absolutely. And the hero feature here is USB-C.
Single cable for everything.
Pretty much. One USB-C cable connects your laptop to the monitor, and it handles the video signal, data transfer for the built-in USB hub and webcam.
And power. Does it charge the laptop too?
Yes. And this is crucial. It provides power delivery. The sources say typically around 65 watts.
Is 65 watts enough for most work laptops?
For the majority of standard professional notebooks, like your typical Dell Latitude, Lenovo ThinkPad, MacBooks, yes, 65W is usually plenty to keep them charged while working.
So you can leave the laptop's power brick in your bag.
That's the idea. One cable does it all. Streamlines docking completely. Now, if you have a really power-hungry mobile workstation, like for heavy video editing,
You might still need its own charger.
you might for peak performance. But for most everyday professional use, that single USB-C cable is a massive convenience win.
Definitely reduces cable mess. What about other ports? Does it still have the basics?
Oh yeah, it's not just USB-C. You still get HDMI and DisplayPort inputs so you can connect older devices or maybe a second computer.
And a USB hub for peripherals?
Yes. There's an integrated USB-A hub too, often with some ports conveniently placed on the side or bottom edge so you don't have to reach around the back to plug in a flash drive or something.
Okay, practical. Now let's touch on the physical side. A 34-inch monitor is a big commitment for desk space. How's the stand and design?
The stand is actually pretty good. Full ergonomic adjustment. You get height adjustment, tilt, and swivel.
Which is important, right? Especially for home offices that might not be perfectly set up.
Critically important. Getting the monitor height right, top third level with your eyes, makes a huge difference for neck and back strain over a long day. The adjustability lets you dial that in.
And does it look, professional, not like some massive gaming rig?
No, the aesthetic is quite sleek and minimalist. Thin bezels on three sides, premium feel. It looks perfectly at home in either a corporate office or a well-designed home setup.
Good. What about performance, just quickly? Is it okay for anything beyond office work? Refresh rate?
It's a 60 hertz refresh rate, which is standard for office monitors.
So not for high-end gaming.
Definitely not aimed at hardcore gamers, no. They'd want 120 hertz or higher. But for productivity, web browsing, video calls, even casual video watching, 60 hertz is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Smooth enough, you won't really notice it unless you're maybe doing very fast scrolling or window dragging.
Right. Focus is clearly on work and conferencing.
Exactly. Clarity integration features for that environment.
Okay, so pulling it all together, we need to be balanced. What are the real downsides someone should consider before buying this?
I'd say two main things we've touched on. First, the audio. Those built-in speakers are just okay for anything beyond calls. If you care about music or movie sound,
You'll need something else.
you will. Headphones or dedicated speakers.
Yep.
Second, and this is unavoidable, it's just physically large.
That 34-inch ultra-wide footprint.
Yeah. You need a decent-sized desk. If you have a tiny workspace or a very small desk, this monitor might feel overwhelming or just not fit properly. Measure first.
Good practical advice. So final verdict. Does it achieve that goal of being the integrated hub?
I think it really does. For the target user, a professional deep in the hybrid work model, spending hours on calls and needing lots of screen real estate, it nails the brief.
It blends the display with the tools effectively.
Very effectively. The thoughtful conferencing features, the excellent connectivity via USB-C, the solid ergonomics, it all comes together to genuinely simplify the workspace. If your job revolves around communication and managing information on screen, this is a really strong contender.
It certainly feels like the monitor is becoming much more than just a screen. It's absorbing all these other functions.
It is. Which leads to get a fun thought exercise for you, the listener.
Yeah.
We've seen webcams, mics, speakers, USB hubs, even charging, all get swallowed up by the monitor.
Right.
So what's next? What's the next standard piece of office gear that's going to get fully integrated into our displays and become, well, obsolete as a separate device? Is it going to be like biometric scanners? Or maybe advanced network switches?
Interesting question. What else disappears into the screen?
Something to think about as you plan your own setup. What comes next in integration?
A great question to ponder. That wraps up our deep dive on the HP Series 5 Pro 534 PM conferencing monitor. Definitely one to explore if it fits your needs. We'll catch you on the next one.